In October of 2024, I had a business trip to Manila in the Philippines, and although I was working, I had some time to look around a bit. So here is 48 hours of me having some fun in the Philippines. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, here we go. Headed to Manila. This will be my third time there. I'm very excited. So looking forward to putting together this video of some experiences of things I'm going to do in Manila. Hope you will enjoy it.
The trip started perfectly with having a full exit row to myself, and 14 hours later we landed in Manila to a beautiful sunrise. Traffic in Manila is some of the densest I've ever seen, particularly with all the little motorbikes. But this one street called McKinley, I absolutely love.
I love these trees. These trees are just incredible. So when coming to Manila, my friends have introduced me to this place called Tobys Estate. And so of the places I've been in Manila for coffee, this one has got to be my favorite.
Because it's out of Australia, you gotta get a flat white. We took our coffee and next stop was Wildflower for breakfast. I had to go with the BLT Benedict, but my friend got ham, mushrooms, egg on toast. They also had an amazing bakery section, and we were tempted and finally gave in.
This banana coffee Danish is amazing.
Our next stop was the National Museum of Fine Arts, but we had to stop by the Gumburza statue, which commemorates the execution of 3 priests, supposedly for fomenting revolution by the Spanish. Their deaths inspired José Rizal, arguably the national hero of the Philippines, who inspired revolution against the Spanish, and he also was ultimately executed by them. This painting by Juan Luna is called Spalarium. It was painted in 1884, and it's about 12 by 21 feet. One of my favorite artists that I learned about at the museum was Amersolo, and his way of working with light is just absolutely incredible in his paintings. I was reminded of Andrew Wyeth, who also has an amazing talent in terms of really highlighting light.
Once again, I love how this artist creates light. It's almost as if the painting is glowing or something. Such a beautiful job of portraying light on this woman and child.
Part of the gallery was devoted to World War II, and there were so many disturbing images of particularly atrocities by the Japanese during that war. Overall, the diversity of art that you could see in the museum was absolutely incredible. Amazing paintings, amazing sculptures, and once again, a section of the museum devoted to José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. Let me know if you're interested, as I'm working on a separate video just on the Fine Arts Museum. A quick stop and elevator ride to the 9th floor of a hotel gave us a beautiful view of Manila Bay. This tower is the national memorial to José Rizal, and he was actually executed close by to here. Be watching for a future video from me where I really dive into his life. Aerosis is a beautiful park right in the city and right on the Pasig River, and it allows you to explore a jungle-like experience with a lot of the natural flora that you would see in this area of the world. This area leads you to an overlook of the Pasig River. The Pasig River has been critical in the history of Manila for defense, for economy, and just for access to the larger outside world. It struggles with pollution and other types of issues today, but apparently they're working to try to revitalize the river.
This observation point
on the river leads to a beautiful river walk here. This area then provides lots of information about Aerosis Park. Such a beautiful spot. Any trip to Manila is incomplete without a visit to Jollibee, more popular here than even McDonald's. All right, so we are in Jollibee in the Philippines, which is bigger than McDonald's. I mean, it's a huge fast food place. And the thing that they're particularly famous for is their spaghetti and their chicken. And I thought I'm gonna do a quick review of the spaghetti and the chicken. So here we go. Chicken leg, Jollibee. That is really good. That is really good for a fast food place. Crunchy, great flavor. Now the thing about this spaghetti, when you look at this spaghetti, it's got hot dogs on top. And it's a little on the sweet side. Let's give this a try. That also is surprisingly good. I can't believe it that I would order a dinner of hot dog pizza, hot dog spaghetti and fried chicken, but I would do it. Jollibee is excellent. I would recommend it. Sitting here with my friends having Jollibee, they said there's something else that I absolutely have to try, which is the peach mango pie. So here we go. Very tiny little peach mango pie. Whoa! And they warned me, but I didn't listen, that it's very hot inside. But it's yummy, very sweet. I recommend it. And with that, we finished out day one and headed back to my friend Moses' house for a good night's rest. Day two started with a trip to JCO Donuts. I haven't visited a lot of donut shops in the Philippines, but this is a high-end place and the donuts were outstanding. We were delighted to share with some friends. For coffee that morning, we went to Percent, and that is a great spot. And I loved it so much, I bought beans for myself and for Josh. It was excellent. We were also told of another place called Coffee Lab, and I figured, we got to go there too and try that one by comparison. And it was also great. Filled with donuts and 2 cups of coffee, we headed off to Intramuros, the old walled city, and particularly Fort Santiago. I do a whole video on Fort Santiago if you want some more information about that. Our next stop was the Sebastian Church, which I discovered through Atlas Obscura, and it's unique in that it's made entirely of steel. It was built in 1891, and the idea was to kind of help it to withstand fire and earthquakes. It's currently listed as one of the most endangered monuments by the World Monuments Watch, and it's inspired by Spain's Burgos Cathedral. Our next stop was Manam for lunch. It's known for traditional Philippine food with a modern twist. I wish I could remember the names of many of these foods. This is a famous noodle dish. Interesting how they prepare it. Then this is a fried pork that everyone always raved over whenever it would come to the table. This is some form of beef that's chopped up, different than what you would typically have. And it came with this soup, which is basically a watermelon soup. You can see as they're dishing it out that there are these little pieces of watermelon. It didn't have a very strong watermelon flavor. Watermelon itself doesn't have a very much of a strong flavor, but you could see the beautiful colors in the soup as you ate it. This dish is calamari, but as you came to the end of the fried pork leg dish, everyone really was interested in these pig knuckles, which they just love to chew apart. And lastly was an apple dessert, which was nice. As you're traveling, you see these jeepneys everywhere, so I thought it might be cool to give you a look inside one. They are a form of public transportation, and I guess it costs about 30 cents to ride one. We next found ourselves going through Chinatown in Manila, and it is apparently one of the oldest Chinatowns in the world. We didn't stop, however. Last stop was the Manila American Cemetery, which honors World War II dead. They request no videos be taken, so I just have a few shots from online. Some of the most poignant grave markers are like this one. It's my understanding, though, that they're continuing to try to identify the remains. This place was incredibly sobering, honoring, and informative, and I'm glad that the fallen are remembered in this beautiful way. Each of the states of the United States are represented in this circular memorial. I literally spent probably 2 hours there. Lastly, we headed back to my friend's house to finish the evening. It was a great day.
All right, so this is my good friend Moses, and he's giving me this special dessert from the Philippines. Tell us about it.
So this is Bebang's Halo Halo. It's basically, in English, you can call it mix of a lot of stuff from milk, ice, ube, flan, beans, gelatin, and everything else.
Amazing.
It is indeed a wild mix with even corn and red beans in it, but it's delicious.
Some Filipino treat. When you come here, you got to get it. What's it called again?
Halo Halo.
Halo Halo. Thanks, Moses.
This is what Halo Halo looked like when we had it at Manam, the restaurant that I showed you some pictures of earlier. Thank you so much for watching this video of 48 hours in Manila. I spent a lot more time there, but I thought I'd take 2 days and kind of break it down a bit. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.